Okay, Setzer, we've boarded your ship, the Blackjack, after your grand kidnapping of Celis, and you're going to help us go where we want to go. Let's see what you have to say about it. Business has been awfully slow lately, thanks to the Empire. You're not the only one suffering. The Empire has been toppling towns and villages left and right. They're abusing their Magitech power and trying to take over the world. My kingdom was allied with the Empire until recently. Maybe you want to be a slave of the Empire, but I sure don't. We're at least together in hating the Empire, right? So please. You know, I think you may be even cuter than Maria. Huh? Alright. If Celis becomes my wife, I'll help you. Otherwise... What? Are you crazy? Fine. Great, it's settled. I'm thinking American businessman for Setzer. That's the angle I'm going for here. On one condition. Ah, interesting. Interesting. Did she get like a rigged coin from Edgar? We flip this coin. If it's heads, you help us. If it's tails, I'm yours. Well, Mr. Gambler? Ha! I like it. I accept. Celis, are you serious? If you marry that guy... Ready? Drama. Heads. I win. Now it's time for you to hold up your end of the bargain. A valuable trinket indeed. I've never seen a double-headed coin before. That coin! Edgar, don't tell me! I'm afraid you've been hustled, Mr. Gambler. But that's part of the game now, isn't it? Ha! How low can you stoop? I love it. Alright, I'll help you. Gambling against the Empire with nothing to lose but my life. I haven't felt so excited in years. Thinking like a madman, like Mad Men-esque corpo businessman. That feels right for Setzer. My life's a chip in your pile. Ante up. Okay, so what can Setzer do? Is he our Lancer then? Being an airship captain, typically one would presume that he is some sort of Dragoon / Lancer, but can't believe this clunky old thing can fly. You sure it'll stay in the air? When things fall, they fall. Life's a game of chance. You play your cards, fate plays hers. And they'll spot us in the air from miles away if we try to fly this thing into the Empire. Better land a safe distance away. Sounds like a good idea. I'll stay on board, keep the ship ready to take off at a moment's notice. I've kind of split. Like, Locke's gotten a bit more nasally. Ooh. Than my normal tone of voice, and Setzer's just like a slightly deeper, cockier version of my voice. So why does the Empire have giant spotlights? Whoa. Okay, yeah, the Empire's pretty legit, huh? Holy smokes, alright. This is gonna be interesting. Wow, it's literally huge. We have, like, normal-ass Final Fantasy villages on one side of the world, and then we have, like, the Megaopolis from Blade Runner or something over here. Taking off. Performed in the opera and took the airship, I'm guessing that was. Are we able to get back on? We are. And then what's this town here? Oh, Allbrook. Okay, let's not mess with that just yet. If we can fly the airship, can we go anywhere in the world now? Let's see. Oh, it's nice having guests on board again. Need a little refreshment? Sure. Oh, it's just a heal. Okay. And then we have an item shop. Cool. We'll get some holy water just because it's here. I'd rather have it than not have it. Teleport stone. Let's get a couple of these just to have. Okay. Are we able to... Oh, we are. Okay, cool. So... if we could fly around, I wouldn't mind going to the Velt to check on Gao's abilities, see if there's anything new we could teach him. I guess we would have to be able to fly around, because I imagine would want us to be able to pick up our other party members, right? Maybe. Need to unequip some party members. Oh! Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay. So we could just take our stuff. Cool. So I wonder then if this is confirmation. I'm not worried about doing anything with this right now, but I'm wondering if that's confirmation that we won't be able to go get our other party members. At least for a little while. God, there's so much room for gambling. What's the matter? Lost nerve to take on the Empire? No, I just wanted to see if we could go somewhere, but I guess we can't. Okay. Yeah, because I do at some point want to check the Velt for updated monsters for Gao. But, yeah, guess that's not happening right now. Fair enough. There's also that damn auction house that I swear we're going to be able to get stuff there at some point, right? The fact that it specifically lets you know, oh, the auction's over for today, implies that there will be a day that the auction is not over. Alright, now obviously we can go into this town, but... what is there around? Wyverns and Dawn. Okay. There we go. I couldn't remember how to have it affect the whole party. I love that it's a bunch of little Sabins doing that. It's so good. Okay, so they're pretty tough out here. It took a pretty good beating from our whole force, and it like took multiple rounds of AoE damage to start bringing them down. Good to know. Although I guess it would make sense to go to the Velt after we explore here, because there'll be new monsters here, like Joker, apparently. Ooh, a green beret, nice. So I would imagine that there will be good stuff that we can find here that we could then have Gao learn stuff from later. Back attack, damn it. Also, I want to set up a different auto battle now that I think about it, because we probably have better magic we can be using with Celis. Oh, maybe not. I guess we still haven't unlocked any, like, Lazara, Thundara type stuff with her. And Blizzard is still getting the job done for now. And it's not like these guys deal ridiculous damage or anything. Nice. We're getting good experience, too. Which I'm always happy about, a good RPG. So what is this all the way over here? We're probably going to have to come over here after we go to the other town, and should have just done that first, but my penchant for exploration gets the best of me sometimes. Nice. I do like how consistent the game is. Like, no, you've got these AoE abilities, you've got these different abilities you got at the start of the game. They're still good now. Miranda. Oh, Miranda looks like it's been... Yeah. Yeah, Miranda looks like it's seen better days. Interesting. Obviously, we can rest here. Hold on. Always got to check for hidden items. We've learned this. Okay, nothing here. Hello, sir. I'll take your finest beds. That hopefully don't have holes in the roof above them. Okay, very good. Now, what can we find here in Miranda? Obviously a morose place. Miranda used to be the most beautiful town on this continent. Then the Empire came along. Now look at it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely seen better days. Zen and Allbrook were invaded by the Empire too. Okay. Zen and Allbrook. Soldiers are out of control and there's nothing we can do about it. How long do we have to put up with this? Until you have someone who can fight them off? I would assume. Alright, what do we have? Whoa! Hello! Now we're talking about upgrades. Okay. Priest Miter gives defense, magic, evasion. And it raises maximum MP by 1/8. Interesting. Okay. Oh, and the Green Beret increases maximum HP by 1/8. Ah. Okay. Well, we obviously have options here, but we have some gear in our inventory, too, that we should probably try to equip first. Right. The Twist Headband was giving us offensive stats, too. I forgot about that. I mean, I'm happy to keep that on lock right now. Right! I forgot we put this on Edgar. We have to try that. Green Beret is just a straight upgrade here. Yeah, Edgar just needs new gear in general. Kind of forgot about that. Oh, right. We've got this Hero's Ring, too, that boosts both physical and magical attack power. I mean, now that pretty much anyone can have magic, pretty much everyone would be happy to have that. So what if we put that here? Physical and magical attack power. Would that help? I'm still unclear on what the difference is between boosting our strength versus boosting our physical attack power. Like, I don't quite understand why one would or would not be superior over the other. But I'll do that for now. Okay, now. So the Priest Smiter, again, that would give us MP. I'm not super worried about that on lock. And the way we're using Celis right now, having more HP would be better for her. Green Beret, we're pretty much good on. Mithril Helm just straight up gives better defenses. Maybe we'll get one of these for Edgar, because Edgar can be kind of squishy. And then Sabin wants a Mithril Vest, and everyone else wants Mithril Mail, basically. Cool. Yeah, because the Kenpo-gi isn't doing anything special for us, yeah. Cool. So we'll do that, and then come here and do this. Definitely do this. That'd be a very nice upgrade. We lose a bunch of evasion doing this, actually. Maybe we don't do that. Okay, that's still not bad. That's not bad at all. Now let's go talk to the weapon shop and see what we have on hand. We'll obviously have to sell some stuff, but that's alright. My son was forced into the Imperial Army. Oh, I hope he comes home safe. There's dogfighting happening. That's great. That's, you know, Really happy about that. That's really great. Welcome. Ooh, okay. We've got some spears for Edgar, I see. Or a bastard sword, which is also... Oh, shit. That's going to be a damage increase for Celis over the flail, and it will enable Runic. Okay. Alright, let's sell some stuff. I don't know that we need 2 Dragoon boots. Let's sell one of those. That'll be a pretty penny. Don't need the leather armor, the Kempo gi, mithril vest, iron helm. Cool. Now, we can get a trident for Edgar. Venom claws, may cast poison upon striking an enemy. I'd rather Sabin just hit them with more fire, honestly. Oh, the trident has the power of water. Cool. Sword of the long, narrow blade meant for thrusting. I guess that's accurate. Is that actually an accurate description? For what bastard swords are meant to be used for? I don't know. Huh. Well, just for the sake of variety, we'll only get 1 bastard sword. We'll put it on Celis. And then we can get a boomerang for luck. Cool. Now, it looks like there might be a back door into the store. I want to check that out, too. Yeah! Celis is ready to crush fools. Hell yeah. No new shields, which is interesting. Can we get around the back here? Not from this side, it doesn't look like. Maybe up here? No, it doesn't look like there's a way around. Okay, maybe that's just for show. Complaining about not getting promotions. Do anything we want in this town. Place your bets here. I was supposed to have fun in a backwater town like this. Yeah, great. Everyone's just having fun with dogfighting. Love it. Well, at least his backwater town had gear upgrades. I'll take that. My beloved hasn't replied to my letter. I'm sick with worry. This is... Oh, what is it? There's the guy... I don't remember the town names, but there's a guy who was a wounded soldier who he was writing letters for his girlfriend. And it seemed like there was something we were able to do with that. Because remember, I was talking about, like, well, Cyan's the only one that I would trust to write the letter. This must be her. There's got to be a way for us to send that letter. Or, like, take it? Oh, you know what it's probably going to be? We'll probably have airship access after this section. So we can probably ferry letters back and forth for them. Oh, did not mean to leave town. I bet that's what it's going to be. We'll get the ability to fly the airship around, and then once we have that, then we can get the letter and bring it here, and then I guess maybe bring letters back and forth? Oh god, he won't stop asking me to marry him! Aisha, my love! Oh god, he's just following her around. Hey, nice. Oh, okay, you two. Get out of the way of the stairs. Alright, well, I guess that's all there is to do in Miranda for now. There's another waypoint down here. What is this? Litwar chickens, wyverns, and dons. Okay. Diners, drive-ins, and dives, it would seem. Okay. Well, we cleared those without too much issue. Aha! Oh, it's a chocobo stable. Cool. I like that you can find these chocobo stables around to give you a quick ride back to wherever you were once you've done your exploring. That's so cool. Very clever design. This weird-ass Chocobo theme as well. And Chocobo. It's so strange. So, what is this, a cave here? Yeah. We really can kind of go wherever we want on the continent right now, huh? Got another random town, and I'm assuming another Chocobo stable here. And then I'm guessing that will be the Empire over there on the far right side. Can we even get over there right now? B. O. B. Chocobo. Yeah, so presumably then that will take us over to the Empire. Cool, alright. Well, let's start at the beginning, I suppose. Chocobo. So goofy. Anyone who opposes the will of the Empire will be strung up for treason. Yeah, makes sense. Obey the Empire. Yeah. Okay, all the same items here. I'm waiting to see if we come across a fancy new relic shop as well. Also, I don't suppose we can... Aha. I was hoping that we could get into the back of the shop, because there's a treasure chest back there. And we did it once, but it doesn't seem like we can do it this time, which is unfortunate. Well, there's got to be a reason that we can get all the way around back here, because we usually can't. We cannot usually get around the back sides of these towns like this. Weird. Okay. I do like that we landed a whole airship outside, and, like, there's no concern, there's no alarms, shots fired, armies of Magitech engines marching to see what's going on. It's fine. I guess they know Setzer or something. Welcome to Allbrook, the occupied port city. Well, no need to be so glum about it, buddy. It's just your home being occupied by a tyrannical empire. No big deal. I'm a scholar of ancient weaponry. 2 weapons known as Ultima weapons. Oh. Were used during the War of the Magi 1,000 years ago. Well, do tell, sir. One was a sword whose blade formed from its wielder's strength. The other was a monster born for destruction. Interesting. Hello, Ether. I'm sure that won't come into play at any point whatsoever. Ooh. Okay. So we could still have Shadow here. Or we may be able to get him at some point. Got it. Cool. It's good to know that there is different weaponry here, which means that there could be different armor here as well. You can find excellent weapons and armor in the shops of Zen to the north and Miranda to the west. As opposed to your stuff? Town belongs to the Empire. Place belongs to the tunnel snakes. Oh. Of course. Okay, so the armor shop has an upstairs. Interesting. Twist headband, priest miter, mithril vest, ninja gear. White dress. Not really useful. We did in fact get better stuff from Miranda, perhaps unsurprisingly. Emperor Gestal commissioned a painting from me, but what kind of painting should I do? Well, there was a bunch of paintings in the Imperazio's house, or whatever his name was, in the other town. I wonder if that'll have something to do with something here. Many questions, many potential side quests at play. Yeah? Sorry, I wasn't expecting the relic shop to be the grooviest place in town. Silver spectacles, peace ring, earring, sniper eye, reflect ring. Cast reflect on the wearer, that could be useful. And then amulet, protect a charm worn around the neck, prevents poison, darkness, and zombie. Cool. So where's the party? Cool, random elixir. Oh! We found the party! I think I've had a bit too much, or too drutch to mink. Shove off. Can't you see I'm busy? Trying to get this girl drunk, obviously. You're not an Imperial. Get out of here. Sorry, jeez. You probably don't even have any money. Oh my god. Now this is a wretched hive of scum and villainy right here. These guys know only how to say, yeah, baby, woohoo. Holy crap. These soldiers think they own the place. Pub's pretty much an Imperial clubhouse these days. Yeah, I can see that. Yikes. We have to bribe the Imperial soldiers, they won't let us do business here in our own city. Defy us and you'll regret it. Buddy, I'll cut you down in an instant. Something important on the eastern edge of the continent. Imperial's built an observation post there and won't let anyone beyond it. Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. So, if there's something important on the eastern side of the continent, Imperial capital Vector is right at the center of this continent. Oh, okay. Well, that's exactly what I was about to ask. I was like, what was the giant, towering mega structure that we saw? But I guess that's what I thought was a cave when we were running by on a chocobo? That must be what it is. Okay. I study monsters. The ones on this continent seem to be exceptionally vulnerable to magic. Ah, well that's good to know, isn't it? It did seem like Celes was dealing a lot of damage, considering we don't even have her spec as a mage. 300 per night. Get out of here, buddy. I've got tents. I'll camp. Dun dun bum. Dun 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 bum. So I guess you don't actually need to go to any of these towns. You could just go straight to the Imperial capital, huh? Because that's right in the center, but, like, that's boring. We're not going to do that. What's over here on the eastern side of the continent? Fossil dragon and bug. Interesting. Did he just zombify Celes by throwing a bone at her? She has 0 HP now. And also appeared to be out of my control. And stabbed with a knife. Interesting. Yeah, she's been zombified. Weird. I wonder, can she not be KO'd then? Because I'm guessing she just went and slapped because she was a mindless zombie. Huh. Curious indeed. Oh boy. Green armor, guys. Are we supposed to be here? No! No, the answer is most certainly not. I wonder maybe this is where we're supposed to be, like, in terms of the story then? Okay, cool. Party was thrown out? What? We won! Okay, so don't get near any of the dudes. Interesting. Ah, it's locked. Look at all the treasure in there, man! We have to get a key off someone. We probably have to steal it with lock. Well, the question would be from who? Yeah, we only got kicked out because we walked next to one of these guys, I think. Maybe because he walked into us? Ah, okay. I was trying to run past him, but... Alright, Locke. Mug away, my friend. Okay, stole a tent. Each time we steal from someone, we can take them out. Stole a tent. I mean, just being able to steal tents here alone is pretty good. If we're being completely honest about it. Alright, jump did pretty good damage there. We appear to only be getting tents. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, though. It could just be that these guys are all ready to go camping. Mithril vest. Okay, okay, so there is a loot table. Cool. Yeah, so we get thrown out the second we fight something. Very curious. Very, very curious indeed. Huh. I want to give it another shot. Let's try fighting one of the green guys. Okay, it's still just sergeants. Fair enough. Well, let's give it another shot. Time to bully the man in the front row. They're surprisingly resilient against physical attacks. I know, granted, right now we have, like, a disadvantage because we're technically in the back row, but... If there is a key from one of these guys, it's definitely a fairly rare drop. I mean, even that mithril vest was a pretty rare drop. Very interesting. Okay, we'll have to come back to that. We will definitely have to come back to that. Curious indeed, though.